on there. Look at that bubbling goodness. Come on. There you go. That is one fantastic looking layered chicken bake. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, a creamy chicken layered bake. No excuse for somebody not being able to make this. It's all going in one dish. We're going to cook off some chicken a little bit, but not all the way through. Chop up some potatoes, onion, chuck in some veg, and we're going to use a can of chicken soup. Let's get on and do it. Come on. On here, onion. Slice or dice, entirely up to you. These potatoes have been washed. I'm leaving the skins on, but you can peel and take the skins off. Entirely up to you. Now, it's nothing fancy about this. They just want to be reasonable thickness slice. Somewhere like that. Okay? Now, they will all cook because they're going to be cooked covered. And then they're going to be cooked uncovered. Let's make sure we've got enough, Chicken. Skinless, boneless chicken breasts. We want some cubed chicken, as big as small as you like. We're going to part cook these in a pan, and then we're going to chuck them in there to finish off. This is just one of those recipes that anybody can make. Don't make a fuss about it, just put a good meal on the table. I don't know how big this chicken was, but look at the size of that thing. I think we're going to have enough chicken. Nearly a turkey breast, that. Crikey. Well, looking at this, I would imagine that there's going to be more than enough chicken. In fact, I don't think the dish is going to be deep enough as per usual. Crikey me, look at all this stuff in here. Well, I'll put in the recipe 2 chicken breasts, but look at that lot. Okay, we want a quick fry on that chicken. Grab a pan. A little bit of a flame on. I'm going to do oil butter actually. Put a little bit of flavour on that chicken. We're only going to cook this most of the way through. It'll finish cooking inside the dish. Chicken in there. Wow. There's a lot there. Season that chicken whilst it's in there. A little bit of salt on there. Just for the chicken. And some pepper. And this is a can of chicken soup. Okay, we're making a chicken dish. You can use cream of mushroom as well if you so wish. That's up to you. They all work. Use tomato. Nice little sizzle whizzle on this chicken. I'm sure it's going to be full of water, but it'll cook off a little bit in here. Make sure your oven's on at 190. 190 today. Look at that. Swimming. How they get away with it is beyond me. So that chicken breast, which was that big, was probably really only that big and pumped full of water. Outrageous. Well, that chicken's actually cooked enough for me. It's swimming in there, but we're not to worry about that. We're just going to take it off the heat and start put this together. Okay, grab yourself a tray. You will be needing a tray, and this is a 9x13 on there. Now, onions straight away in there. It doesn't matter, we're not cooking the onions, they're going in there as a layer. They're going to cook in there. This is where it becomes so simple. Chicken in there. Now this chicken still might give some fluid out of here, but not to worry. It's on a tray just in case it's going to bubble over. So that's our base in there. Now we actually want to make up the sauce. Grab a bowl, and it is easy. It's that can of soup, if it'll come out of the tin, in there. We want to be hitting that up with some milk, about a cup of milk. We want to be going in there with some dried thyme. Now you can use fresh, it's up to you, but we want some herby flavour in there. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of garlic powder. You can use onion powder as well if you want, or should I say you can use onion powder instead of garlic powder. And a little bit of paprika. Optional ingredient, which I recommend either Dijon mustard or English mustard in there. Delicious. And that's about it. Right, let's bring that in. That's going to be our nice sauce in there. Smells amazing. There you go. That's our sauce. Okay, back to our dish. Okay, we want to put some mixed veg in there. You can just do peas if you want, but this mixed veg from New Zealand has green beans in. Fabulous. Okay, and now we want that sauce on there. Nice and straightforward in there, look like that. Just give it a little whiz round. It's going to find its own way. It's going to drop down as it starts to cook. Now here's a little tip, okay? Get yourself a little bowl. You can do it straight from the can, but there's going to be too much milk go everywhere. Put a little bit of milk in there. Now what we're going to do is layer the potatoes on here, but we're going to put a little bit of milk in between. Okay, and that's a secret little tip to actually cook the potatoes inside there. Okay, not a lot of people know what to do with that, but it's an easy old-fashioned way of actually making sure that there's enough fluid inside the potatoes to steam them, if you like, to cook. Now here we go. Want a little bit of milk on there, like that. Okay, we've got our potatoes set up there. Now this is the only thing where you want to put a little bit of salt and pepper. Don't go crazy with it because it's going to be salty enough as the dish. But you want a little bit of seasoning on there. Just like that. Take yourself some foil and foil it up. Now this thing is going to bubble. I'm 100% certain. There's quite a lot of fluid left to come out of that frozen veg and those potatoes. Okay, stick that in the oven 35 minutes. It's going to be a 35 minutes, and then we're going to take the foil off. We're going to bake it again for about another 25. And what you also can do is a little bit of oil and butter over the top of the potatoes before the final bake. Okay, 35 minutes in there is enough. We want to be getting that top off there. There we go. Potatoes are steamed up nice. Look, can you see all that fluid's come up there? Right, we want to brown this, okay? So this is butter and olive oil. So just a little dabbing on there. Now here's the optional extra, which I said, a little bit of cheddar. Now you don't go crackers, we don't want a full layered cheddar casserole, unless you want to, of course. We just want a little fleck on there and change up the flavour of those potatoes. That's all we're doing. And that will melt quite nicely. Right, we whack that back in the oven. Goes back in there 25-30 minutes, and by that time it should be cooked. Okay, when you've had your time, let's get that out. Oh, come on, look at that on there. Look at that bubbling goodness. Come on. A little bit of parsley on there, eh? Why not? So there you go, that's our creamy layered chicken bake. Look at that. Okay, come on. Straight through there. Okay, so we got this nice, thick chicken mix going on there, look. Oh yeah, that looks pretty special. And I come back in on there with those layered potatoes. Make your dinner look a bit special, you know. A little bit more of that parsley on there. There you go, that is one fantastic looking layered chicken bake. Come on, we are in. Our chicken, I mean, look at it. The chicken's just falling apart. Oh, that creamy sauce is delicious. Look at those, falling to pieces. Cutting it with a spoon, look, come on. In there. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Oh. That is absolutely superb. Anybody can put this together. No work really. Chuck it in the oven and serve it up. So there you are, that's our creamy layered chicken bake. That is a real class meal right there. It's got everything in, veggies, it's got chicken, it's got the potatoes, it's got a sauce. All in one, serve it up. You don't need anything else, but you can if you want. A little bit of cheese over the top of those potatoes. Look, just give it a little bit of fleck of colour. Sensational. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to put a meal on the table. Come on. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. We'll catch you in the next video. It's a bit hot.